YouTuber, this is your favorite high cheekbone sister, Zawadi M. Welcome back to this channel, and I am here with a young, brilliant mind within our African culture or setting. He is here to talk a little bit about himself and what he does, okay? So just stay tuned. Let's talk to the big boy, Jerry. Jerry, tell us about yourself.
Okay. Well, I'm Jerry Cecil, and I'm a software developer, a UX designer, and let's say everything tech.
Okay.
I love everything about technology.
Okay. So you know technology. Some folks are watching like, man, I don't know what it is. Like, so tell us what is the UX? You talk about UX.
Okay, UX is basically the user experience. So it's a very big it's a wide range of different aspects of like product development.
Okay.
Like say if you're a product designer, how well you can present your brand to people so they can fall in love with it.
Okay.
How well you can design it and so you can please people to fall in love with the brand. So that's the overall talk about UX design. So it includes product design, visual designer, let's say if you are app developer, talk about designing your UI, user interface, like mobile apps and web design stuff. Okay.
Wow, that's very good. Especially these days, we're moving towards like applications instead of just web-based, you know, your websites, those type of thing. Everyone's like, I have an app. Or do you have anything? Yeah, I have an app. Go on the app. It's good for business, right? So, all right. Walk us through how you became a developer. Like, where are you from? Like, talk to us. Like, make it personable. Let people know where you're from and how you got to this stage of your life and all that. Because you're a young guy.
Okay. So I've always had a passion for technology.
Okay.
Basically, when I was a kid, I always beg people to take their phone to 7 Boots in Liberia to charge it. Because I want to play like I used to take my other brother laptop to my neighbor's house to charge it, spend the entire night just playing with it. So I've been so much focused and interested in technology, and then I decided to put my career and maybe have a career in this area. Okay. So I took a career in engineering. Okay. And I traveled to China.
Yes.
2015-16.
Ni hao.
Ni hao. So when I went, I did my bachelor's in engineering. Okay. And I had my first bachelor. In me obtaining my bachelor's degree, I had so many computer classes. Okay. And I got so much focus in programming because I thought it was very interesting.
Okay. Yeah. So then you started programming, right? So then what clicked before you decided, you know, I'm going to do this full time? Like, you know, this is my passion.
Well, it started when I think I had this Python programming class where we were learning Toto. Toto is a programming Python where you develop some Toto programs, and you do some gaming where you see the Toto running across the board. Oh wow! Stuff. So I thought it was quite interesting, but like, I mean, I could sit down and write my own codes and develop something that I could play with. I think this is very exciting. So I like, okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna like pursue a career in this path. So that's when I started doing self-taught programs, like go on Core Academy and teach myself coding in JavaScript and Python. Okay. And yeah, I think that way it all started.
Was it easy for you? Because I mean, when people think about coding, right, they think like, is this whole very complicated thing, like, oh my god, I'm so afraid of it. I have to know this math, I have to know chemistry, I have to know all these calculus things. Is that true?
Well, like programming in general, it's not all mathematics. Okay. But it depends on what you want to do with your programming career. Let's say if you want to do data analysis or maybe machine learning, you have to be good at maths because you have to like calculate so many data. Let's say you want to do data analysis or maybe let's say I'll talk about machine learning where you have to make the computer to think for itself. Okay. Do multiple tasks based on what happened before. Okay. So you need to be able to program it in that way, and that includes a lot of probabilities, statistics, like calculating, like what should happen next after this, like initial occurrence. So you need to know math to do that. Okay. But in general, like programming, it doesn't really require a lot of math. It's just basic logic. Like, if this happens, they should happen. If this is false, this should be true. So like, it's like binary.
Okay.
True or false.
True or false.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is true. This should be false. That's
okay. So young folks, let's say young folks from Nigeria, Liberia, Ghana, you know, wherever on the African continent, or perhaps even the US are watching right now and seeing you like, okay, you're a young guy and they're interested to like develop an app, but they have no idea where to start. What would you say to them?
It could be confusing. When I started, like when I first started developing apps and websites, I had no clue what I was doing. My very first website I created was with Shopify. So I decided to create a website for e-commerce. I had no idea. I was just online clicking, downloading plugins and just uploading. And I had no idea what PHP. PHP is one of the oldest like programming languages. I had no idea what it is. So when I started with like Shopify, I didn't just want to go like get a team and just put my logo and like, oh yeah, I built a website. I wanted to know how it's built. So I was going to the Elite code and see how it's built. But I was confused. Because the entire Shopify is built upon the PHP programming language. And I had no idea what PHP. I was learning HTML, CSS, a little bit of JavaScript. Right? So I had no clue. But because of my persistence, like trying, I was so curious on what was happening underneath. I always like go out, download themes and just open it. Honestly, sometimes like delete codes and just save it, and my entire website will go like blank, and I'll start over. So that's where I started from, with websites, especially with CMS. Yeah. So if you want to start developing applications, whether it's mobile apps or web apps, you just have to break it apart. Like, don't worry so much about how you're going to start. Just start it. And don't get so much overwhelmed. Like, some people want to like take big titles. Like, I'm a full stack developer. I'm a front end engineer. I just tell people I'm a tech guy. I like technology. Exactly. So I don't care about all those big names. Just do something that can create value. That's it. Okay, value. Yeah.
So if somebody's watching right now, I know what Shopify is, right? But somebody's watching and say, what is Shopify? Because you mentioned that.
Shopify is a CMS, basically a content management system. So there are a lot. There are Shopify, there are WordPress, Joomla, there are WooCommerce. So basically, CMS is a content management system that has been built by those big software companies. There are a lot of businesses that want to have their online presence. They don't have the idea, they don't have programming knowledge. So these people build this platform where they already code everything. You just need to go install. And just set it up. Let's say if you go on Shopify, you can go about a team for like $350. That have, let's say you are e-commerce person.
Let's say I have my business. I sell clothes, right?
Yeah. You go and download it, like pay for this theme, which costs like $350. And once you download it, it's so simple. You can just go and edit the code, like not the code, but the interface. You have, so that's one thing about the CMS. You don't have to worry about the backend. You just worry about the front end, how it looks. You can go and delete the code, the logo, put your own logo. And just customize it the way you like. That's all about content management systems.
So, all right. So our viewers here are gonna wonder, okay, this guy, he's a tech guy, but what, like, how did he start? He's a Liberian, first of all, right? He grew up in Liberia, where, you know, a lot of kids sometimes really struggle to gain relevance or to even advance themselves, just like you. What like drove you to say, you know, I want to go and pursue something, or even go study outside of Liberia?
Well, for me personally, I've always had a bigger dream.
Bigger dream.
Let's see, when I was 7th grade, I thought I was going to be a pilot.
A pilot?
Yeah. So I always read books.
When
I was a kid, I always read books. Like, normal kids always go out and play football and stuff. I'm not the kind of person who is like fond of it, because I don't play soccer, I don't play, like, I always about balls.
Studious, very studious.
I'm always studying every time. Yeah, I may not be the reading person, but I like reading.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I always had a passion for learning, and when it comes to like my career or what I'm doing right now, like I said previously, when it first fascinated me. I think 2015 and 16, I enrolled into Stars College, where I was studying IT and stuff.
Okay, and where is that? Where is that?
Stars is in Liberia.
Stars, okay.
Yeah, so I was studying IT, but I think my entire semester was wasted because I was studying math, English, and
all kinds of nyama.
things I was not very relevant in my field.
Right.
And even when I travel abroad, I was studying mining engineering.
Okay.
Yeah, it was tough because the school I actually went to is the first mining school in the entire China, so it's really big. Okay. Yeah, and I was studying mining engineering. It was not my area of study. I want to study computer, right? Okay. But I actually had an opportunity to get the government scholarship, which is really big because they pay you every month.
Okay.
Everything.
In China?
Yeah, 5 years. So like, okay, if I'm about to change my field of study because of I'm so much focused on technology, I'll be spending a lot of money. Let me just take up with it. So I like, okay, I'll just go on. Okay. So I continue with the study. Okay. Well, I think engineering courses, engineering studies are almost interrelated because most of the stuff you study, I had classes with mechanics and chemical engineer, geologists, and like other stuff. So I think we had a lot in common. Okay. Studying. So that's where I fall in love with programming languages. Okay. Initially, I wanted to be a computer person. Okay. But I didn't have no idea what field in the computer. Okay. When I started with the Python. Okay. It was fascinating because I had this Chinese professor who brought her daughter to class. Okay. This little baby was like programming games. I'm like, okay, this is, you know, I play games online, and if this baby can like create something like this, I think I can do better. So like, okay, when I went home, I always download all of the IDEs and set up my computer and started learning how to code, and that's how I got so much involved into computer programming, and I love it. Okay. Yeah. That's good. So it started with what you did in Liberia, to then when you moved to China, to then you went full blown to like coding, and then now you can actually build websites. Yeah, I can build websites. I can build mobile applications. I do like prototyping. I'm a like full stack UX designer. Let's say. So the boy can design applications, you guys. So if I'm a business person and I want to design an app, like what's the average cost? Like how can you price it if you were to develop an app for me right now? Typically, what are the processes perhaps? Well, costs can be attached to locations. Okay. So location. If I'm charging you, I'll first look at where you live. Okay. Right? If someone hire me from the United States to do projects for them, I already know the cost of development in that area. So I can charge them the minimum cost. It wouldn't be too much hard for them to be able to like go to pay. But in Africa, it's tough. Yeah. Some people reach out to you, they want to have a website, and basically they don't even know how they want it, or they just want to have a website for their business. And then when you call, like say the amount to them, be like, that's too much. Okay, for me personally, the least I can take for developing a single website is $700. Okay. That's the least I can take for a simple website, maybe like 3 pages. Yeah, no. Okay, no more than 3 pages. Yeah. Type of thing. And it become more complicated. I charge more, and this is it. I charge this amount because it's not just developing the website. Before I start developing a website, that's why I become a UX designer. Okay. This field of study is very much important because if somebody visits your website, the first thing they see is the user interface, right? Okay. If it becomes so much boring to them, what's going to leave? Right. Yeah. So before I start developing your website, I first have to understand the kind of business you are involved in. Okay. Right. What you are doing. If you are like a humanitarian organization, charity, all that stuff, there are patterns, there are ways you can develop a site that can actually speak to people like mind.
Okay, so you kind of get the concept of what they're trying to do first, the business, so before you start developing
the site. So somehow it can be expensive. If you reach out to me as a like IT consulting firm, you want to build a platform for service, then I have to look at what kind of service you offer, how well we can design your platform that can speak to people. Then when they reach your site, you can actually have like it's a call to action. Like you can just interact with your business right away instead of somebody just going scroll your website.
Find stuff. Yeah.
So it's difficult, but most of the time when people reach out to you, they don't really take this into consideration. Okay. It's just like, I want a website. How much do you have? I'm like, okay, I can't, because I'm not the kind of person who just go online. It just like when we started a conversation, I talk about CMS, right?
Yes.
There's WordPress, there are Joomla, there are Shopify, there are a lot. Depending on what kind of business you do, you go with one. If you're doing e-commerce, basically, you most of the time go with Shopify or Wix.
Okay.
Those are two platforms for e-commerce, like business people.
Okay, Wix.
Yeah. Shopify started as a blog. Okay. So basically,
yeah, they have that blog structure.
Yeah, so if you just start with Shopify, you like WordPress, you see like it's just a blog, you can just add and drag and but if you have been in the field for long and you have a lot of experience, you understand that you can go way beyond that, right? Those CMS platforms are built for people who don't have coding knowledge. Okay. Yeah, you don't have no knowledge. No, you're just going to download a platform where you can just click and drag.
I don't even want to drag. I want someone to do it for me. I have no time.
Exactly. So, as an expert in this area, like especially when it comes to WordPress, I know that I have played with this platform for years and I understand everything. It comes to custom development. There are a lot of like plugins, themes that you can use, but if you become an expert, maybe you can code.
Yeah.
So most of the time, I don't have to deal with the front end. Okay. I just go through the back end and actually do what I can do, code from the back. Okay. If you start developing WordPress, for example, you get used to the interface where you can just go and delete text, add images and stuff. Right. But if you have idea about like the PHP programming language, or you can go like basic web development with JavaScript and CSS, you can add custom fields. You can like create your WordPress to whatever liking you like. Okay. So there where like professionals can like customize the theme, or you could also build an entire website with JavaScript and HTML and CSS and convert it to WordPress, where you have like you have the complete automaton. You have power to do it whatever where you like it to be. But if you don't have the understanding of programming, it's difficult. That's why most people wake up and say, I'm a web developer. It's just going to download themes and edit, add videos and pictures and feel like, but if you can actually develop a website, you can like use somebody's work and reinvent it to your desired like platform, whatever way you like it. So that's the power of like learning to code by yourself.
Okay, excellent. So you've learned all these things, right? So then let's talk about why businesses need to use websites. Perhaps why are people even moving towards applications like apps, mobile applications? First, why do people need website? Businesses specifically need websites, and if they're able to, why are they, actually looking to do apps?
Yeah, I think one way to answer this is to tell you that first of all is trust. Okay. If you have a website, that's one way to tell people that you actually invested in whatever you're doing, right? Because you took upon your time to pay for a domain, pay for a web developer, to design a website, put contents. So it shows that your business means a lot to you. So people can actually trust what you're doing, right? So that's one way to reach out to people. And another way is having a website can create complete, it can make it visible to search engines. Okay. Like Google, like Firefox, and all those browsers out there. Somebody could go online searching for a Bible in, let's say, Monrovia. Okay. Right? They have no idea where they can find Bibles, right? But if you have a website as a Bible shop and you have your list of services. What happens is that once you put Bible in Monrovia, your services will actually appear on Google.
But let's take this back, right, Jerry?
Yeah. So in order to be more visible, you need to maybe hire an expert in the area of like search engines. Those people know how to maximize their skills and then put algorithm together or tagging.
Right.
Even if you are uploading products on those e-commerce platforms,
right?
Let's see if I'm selling something on Shopify or Wix, there are specific tags that you use that will make you more like visible online. When somebody search for a shoe or a dress, how can you be on Google? How can they find you? You need an expert to put you in that category where when somebody search for your products, like we are in Accra, and if someone's looking for something in Accra, you can be the first on the list.
To pop up, yeah. It's very beneficial for business too. More visibility, more exposure to your brand, and more calls, and even you're gonna see some traffic to your business. It
costs a lot. That's the reason some people come to you, they want to build a website. They don't take all those things into consideration. You know, you just want a website and they can offer $300. Like, okay, how is it like you want a website, but you want like something beautiful and that can actually offer your business some value, and you can only offer $300? There are some tools out there. There are some tools out there that you need to use apart from building your website. Sometimes some of them can even be more expensive than even the website you're building.
Yeah, I think what helps too is that people also need to factor in when it comes to the expense, calculator, budget. Website needs to be in there, because I don't think businesses or businesses within our setting take this serious, because they feel like, oh, I'm just put anything together. But the website can actually bring significant traffic to businesses.
Yeah,
and so it's very important for you to do a great website and have a number that works, please, people.
Yeah.
Have a number that works. You can't have a website and put a number, then we'll call you, you can't answer. So get someone like Jerry who can build a good website. If somebody charges you $600 to build a website, oh Jerry, okay, can I payment plan with you? Do you do payment plan, Jerry? Or you just want a $600 right off the bat? Let's say I'm a business, I call you right now and say, Jerry, okay, can I give you $400 when you're done? I give you $200. So you do that too?
Basically, that's how it works.
Okay.
When we start to work with you, we always ask you to pay 50% upfront.
Okay.
Unless it's a big project, because I had a big project before where you have to pay like 10% upfront, because that's huge money. Okay. Right? You pay 10% based on the requirement, right? Maybe if you want to build an application for your company, it's a bank, and you want to develop some fintech solution, right? You come to us and we want to build a solution for you. First, we give you a proposal, tells you how we're going to build it from beginning to end, and the steps. Maybe you will first design the URL of the application, and we charge you 25% of the money upfront to start that. After that, the backend and service solution. Maybe APIs you want to use.
Right.
Some
mobile money APIs.
Yeah, you want to use third-party platform to integrate your we charge you based on that. So it's all based on negotiation.
Okay. Okay.
How you can come in so we can start working and stuff.
Okay. So if people are looking to work with you, how can they contact you? Like, do you have a website? Do you have pages, business pages that they can contact you on?
I'm available almost on all social media, except maybe Snapchat. I don't like it for no reason. Yeah.
I'm with you. No bias, but I just don't have time for it.
You can get me on Twitter. I'm not really active, but I'm going to usually read tweets.
Okay.
And I spend my days on Instagram.
Okay.
And Facebook.
Okay.
And also I have a website. You can always reach out to me, and almost all of my platforms, I have my WhatsApp, I have places where you can contact me directly. I'm always active, so you can always reach out to me.
He's actually very active. So what I'm going to do in this video and on the YouTube description is to include his number, his business number. Women, don't call the men. We're not looking for you. We're talking about business here. So his website, his social media handles, and of course the WhatsApp business number for you guys to contact him. Okay. So the last thing I want to know is, because I'm more interested in application development.
Yeah.
What is your average cost for a very simple application?
Okay, that's what average cost.
Okay.
It depends on what application you're trying to build.
Okay.
Because application can be very tedious.
Let's say I want to build a food delivery app.
Yeah, so even in food delivery app, I have to understand how you want it. Is it a multi-business platform, or just you as a restaurant who want to use the platform to deliver services?
Just restaurant.
So if you want to have multiple restaurants using your platform, that's huge. We need to have a lot of other services. So it depends on what kinds of. If you want to develop an application, you first come out and we that you fill a form.
Okay.
Tell us what kinds of application you try and what you're trying to achieve.
Okay.
Based on that, I can tell you, okay, it will cost this. But basically, simple application cost will be start from 2,500 up to almost whatever amount.
30, 50,000 depending on the kind of
what
application.
You want to
definitely. So for the application payments though, how do you structure those? Like
the same thing.
Okay.
With the website. So
okay.
We do deliverable, like for example, we use different platforms. We have this platform where we actually integrate our client with our platform. Or when we're building maybe a system for you, you can actually see our progress every day. You can go online, just like log in and see how far we've gone. Because when you are building a platform with somebody, you cannot make it visible for everyone to see.
Right.
So you have access logins and see like if we are working or we're not working. We don't want you to be calling us and you're asking how far have you gone. So you can see the progress of what we've developed and everything. So based on that, we can charge you, like for example, starting with the proposal, design the user interface of the application, the backend, third-party integrations. If you have payment systems, building those payment systems to your application, and any other service you want to integrate. So we charge you based on those criteria. Yeah.
Actually, the very last, because this is not relating to my business. I'm actually constructing a lounge / restaurant on the riverfront in Liberia. There is about 80% completion, and I want to be able to I'm forgetting the word, but for people to be able to order, right? What is it called? You build the menu. It's a checkout option. Like you build out the menu, right? And then I come and order. It's already something that you systematize, and then I go to the restaurant, I'm a customer, and I say, okay, Jerry, I want to order drink, and you just put everything down and they formulate my total. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I got it. Is that idea?
Yeah, I forgot what it's called, but it's not an app specifically that you're building, right? But it's I'm going blank, but I really need to know what it is. If I say we want to really erase this whole part, I need to think about it. It's a checkout system.
Is it something like a website?
No, so you know when you see the menu, right? Okay, so like let's say this is the app that have the menu, everything there. Okay, Jerry ordered this stuff. Then now I need to send that communication to the kitchen.
Oh, it's almost like a point of sale.
POS.
Yeah.
Okay, now I need to pass it. Erase so part. Okay. So this is relating to my personal business. I'm at a almost completion of a lounge / restaurant, the riverfront of the Robert Street Highway. And once my restaurant is open, I want to be able to have very advanced systems. I want all my waiters to have iPads that people can go and order food from. So are you able to design a POS system?
Exactly.
Is that more simpler than an app?
Yes. Well, when you say application, it's just make it a little bigger. But application, the website you visit every day is basically an app, right? So there's just so much difference between maybe downloading the actual application from the App Store and accessing the website, right? It's the same thing.
But App Store requires a source code if you want to own it. No?
It's the same thing. So if you bring an iOS or Android app, you also need a source code. Build it, deploy it to those stores. But what happens is, at least for app stores, those apps are downloaded onto your phones. It's not like a website where you have to go actually get the content from the World Wide Web, right? So they're all almost the same thing.
Okay.
It's not really a big difference. The big difference is that maybe you download the app on your phone. Okay. Instead of going to a website, because most people want to go to a browser and type. It's more easier navigating the Facebook web application, they're going to www.facebook.com.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense where where it's placed. So if I want a POS, what how can we go about doing that?
Yeah, so getting a POS, it also depends on the system requirement. What do you
It's a restaurant.
Yeah, so
drinks, services, those type of things.
Yeah, so those things need to be calculated, like how you want it to be, how big, and because when you're developing a system, it has several requirements. Okay. Right? How many clients you're dealing with, how many restaurants, if it's a chain or just one restaurant.
One restaurant.
Yeah, so for one restaurant, point of sale system won't be really like huge.
Okay, so you need to get the menu, all these things, things to be sold, where it's going to be communicated to. Okay. Most of the kitchen and the bar.
Yeah, so for that, I think it's basically going to be an application.
Okay, so it is you have vast knowledge on not just application, mobile application, but more so website, POS, and you talk about your journey and everything. And I think this conversation has been very fascinating, and we would like to have you on live so that people can ask you more questions. I want you to also share with me what you've done, so that in this video they can see, okay, he designed his website, these are the application he has designed. That's going to also help too, right? You can provide that.
Yeah, I could share a lot of web that I've done.
Okay.
I have web, for example, recently.
If it's confidential, of course, you don't have to share with us.
Most of it are, but some of them. For example, I worked with Jackie Ross recently. I designed a one-on-one error platform for them where you do deals and stuff. And I have some clients in the US. Okay. I work with this lady. We call her Z. She lives in California. Okay. And she had a jewelry website called Z Jewelers. It's a very big platform because she works with celebrities and
wow.
Yeah, like Lil Kim and all those people.
Wow, that's very good.
She designed custom jewelry and stuff. So I work with her. I manage her platforms, and I have tons of other websites that I could share. Maybe I'll give the link up. Yeah, maybe you can visit my website like jerrycaesar.com, and you will see most of the work that I've done.
Okay, we'll put it in here so that people can see some of the things that you do. So if you really need to have a website, for all of you who watch my channel, the business people and those that are really looking to have exposure, give their business exposure, this young man can definitely work with you. And understand, investing in a website is an investment. So this being cheap and this and that is very important to actually factor a web development in your budget. Is actually very essential for your business. So anyway, thanks for watching. I will catch you guys next time. We'll be live, of course, after you've digested this video. Okay. Anyway, take care. See you soon. Ciao.